Hey everyone, and welcome back to Utility Sports. Today we've got big news out of the Lions camp here. As you can see by Ian Rappaport reporting that the Lions have fired head coach Matt Patricia and also their general manager, Bob Quinn. Obviously coming off of a very disappointing loss on the Thanksgiving game against the Houston Texans, and the week prior was a shutout loss to the Carolina Panthers. Obviously the Lions have been rumored to have Matt Patricia on the hot seat for quite a while now, and we see him and the general manager go. Austin, give us your thoughts here on the Detroit Lions moves.
Yeah, I think this was long overdue. Matt Patricia has not had any success in his tenure with the Lions, and Bob Quinn's had a rough go of it drafting players. So obviously they both had to go. There's numerous amount of candidates that are really qualified for this position, but they're going to probably have that interim that they're going to have the rest of the year, and then they can start evaluating who's on the market. Let's kind of look at who's on the market. We have Eric Bieniemy from the Kansas City Chiefs. We have Joe Brady, who is in his first year as offensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers. He's done a phenomenal job, but you may mostly remember him from his time at LSU and constructing that offense to be one of the most prolific offenses in SEC history and college football history. So I think those are two big names to kind of monitor. Robert Saleh from the 49ers is another really big name to keep in mind. He's the defensive coordinator there. So I think there's a lot of candidates that are pretty qualified. Honestly, the Lions made the right choice to fire him. I think Patricia is a good coach in terms of what he can bring as a coordinator. I don't think he's going to be that guy you kind of rally around as a head coach, but I think he has his role as a coordinator. I actually think he's going to go back to New England after this is all said and done. So I think, from the start, we kind of knew that he was not going to be a guy that was going to be either a rah-rah guy or just a great, head coach leader type, because he just doesn't really have those qualities. We've seen that with the Lions. They've had a lot of struggles with getting a coach. They haven't been able to for years, and honestly, they got to look other directions. They got to try to find somebody who's a little innovative. To say they got to get a Sean McVay, it's very hard to say that, because really there's only one Sean McVay. Obviously, Zach Taylor got a job because he had coached under McVay, but you're not going to find that guy. But I think, honestly, the best fit for the Lions, it would probably be, I think Joe Brady's probably the best one for them. Bieniemy has done a great job in Kansas City, but a lot of that should be predicated to Andy Reid. Andy Reid's, mainly the mastermind behind those plays in Kansas City. Obviously, they have an elite quarterback, but they have great play design. But I think Joe Brady was able to unlock Teddy Bridgewater. If we remember what Teddy Bridgewater really is as a quarterback, and he's been able to unlock him. And Robbie Anderson has found great success with the Panthers. So I think that's really important. And that would be an incredible ascension for Joe Brady, going from, coordinator at LSU to coordinator in the NFL, and then all of a sudden right to as a head coach in the NFL. So honestly, I think those are probably the best options. If we kind of reflect on the Patricia era, it's been mainly a disaster. A lot of heartbreak for Lions fans. They thought they were getting this young, innovative young coach who could really bring them to the promised land, or at least the playoffs. But it's been a wild roller coaster for Lions fans, and I think most of them will be relieved to see that Bob Quinn is also gone in this. So kind of a big reboot, and the Lions are going to have a lot of questions to have to answer throughout the next couple of weeks and next couple of months leading up to the offseason, the draft, because obviously I don't think they're going to be in playoff contention. It's going to be hard to kind of rally this team around whoever the interim is. So honestly, I give this an A+ move, getting it done. You got to get rid of those guys, but now on to the next steps for them.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, there's a lot of different directions they could go at this point. Patricia, like you mentioned, it's more than just being a football mind. You have to be a leader of men, and you have to do a little bit more than the X's and O's, and that's something Patricia really never got done there. And like you had laid out with some of the other candidates there, Joe Brady should be one of the front runners, in my opinion, as well. So I think Detroit could have a interesting future. Obviously, if they bring in Brady, it'll be kind of interesting to see which way they go there. Obviously, offensive-minded coaches or defensive-minded coaches give a different outlook. Patricia, obviously, on the defensive end of the field. So something to definitely monitor there. And at this point, we're going to conclude this video. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new to our content, as we've been putting out a lot of different content for the NBA offseason. At this point, we'll have some NBA season predictions coming up moving forward as we get closer to the season, and also some more NFL coverage as the season progresses. We have an NFL mock draft every Monday if that's something you're interested in, and we'll love to see you guys in the next video. Have a nice one.